All right, buddy. Thanks for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. Nothing like a good beer. We'll let that set for a second. All right, everybody. Cheers. Skull. I know you all are going, what in the world is he doing with a box marked number 1? Well, it's me. But anyway, when I put out that call to action for a Norwegian ration, my friend Sven came through with something old school that he happened to have sitting in his basement for a while. And this is a 2002 Swedish military ration. Totally old school. So he also sent me some of these emergency rations. What do they call these? Plywood. So we'll take a look at those sometime in the future. And then he sent me some candies and stuff like that, which is always appreciated. And because this wasn't sealed, it used to have a chocolate bar in it. So he substituted it with one of these 2004 chocolate bars. So the only difference is the color of the wrapping. So, not just that, he sent me a completely unopened Swedish set of utensils. So we'll use this for that review, or this review. And he sent me the coolest thing, one of the Mora knives. So awesome, Sven. This is outstanding. I also got some cups. I got one of these from Sven, and I got one of these from my buddy the Magnus. And I've been trying to have a beer from the country that I do these rations from, and my friend Magnus sent me a Swedish beer for Christmas. So I will have this with this great stuff that Sven sent me. So, okay, let's break into this thing. Now, since we don't have to cut it open, it's already kind of open. Take a look inside and see what we got. This is a drink. It's like a glucose drink kind of thing. It's a lemon flavor. These are 2 hot chocolates or chocolate drinks. Apples and soda. Okay, this is an orange, like sports drink kind of thing. And this one also has apple. So this one is also an orange sports drink. Now let's get into the little nitty gritty here. Now on mreinfo.com, Housel saw some cans like this and he was like, can somebody identify what these were? And his ended up being Norwegian, but these are Swedish. These are 2 cans of 95 grams of liver paste or liver pate, and we all know how much I love liver, so we will give those a try. And we have 400 grams of this. This is like prairie stew. You gotta love it. Ring pulls. And it's cool. They really make sure that they label these things really well. And what else do we have? We've got spaghetti. Don't even need a translation for that. So, cool. 400 grams of spaghetti. Now, there is one other thing that used to come in this. It's not in here, but he sent me some. And these are unopened, but Wassa crackers came with this to help eat with all of this kind of stuff. So I'll bust into some of those crackers, but have some tea, 2 sugars, a Nescafe Gold, some like cream fruit sweets. These are 2 more coffees, 2 salts, and if you look in there right well, you can see some of the original cracker bits that didn't fare too well. So we'll just replace it with some of those and we'll be good to go. And again, we'll implement our 2-year-older chocolate bar as a replacement for the one that would be in the box. So I will get some boiling water and we'll get these things heated up. And for those of you curious, saying, hey man, this stuff is really old, Sven had an identical one of these and he ate it prior to sending it to me to make sure that he wasn't going to send me anything bad. So this stuff should all be good to go. So into the boiling water. Okay, let's make some drinks. We'll do the tea, coffee packet number 1, which is old school, and the Nescafe. Now I'm curious about this. Make sure that we don't have any dry mold or anything. It looks pretty good to me. And I am kind of doing this backwards. I know I usually pour this stuff in before the water, but I want to make sure that all of this goes well. Alright, on to the next cup. And the Earl Grey tea. And we'll let that steep for a little bit. And another cup of coffee. So we're going to be wired up for this one. We still got to do hot chocolate. Running out of coffee mugs. And we'll give this a stir. Okay, now we got 2 orange drinks and a lemon drink to prepare. And I think each one of them has a different volume of water. So let's check that out real quick. Okay, now the first orange drink, this calls for 650 ml of water, or 6.5 DL. So we'll just pour it right in here. If we can open it, thank God we have our trusty Mora knife. And of course, catastrophe strikes. Not really much of a fragrance coming off of that. We'll give this a stir. So, drink number 1. And this one is a lemon glucose drink. It also calls for 6.5 DL, or 650 ml of water. Man, catastrophes. Nice little lemony taste. How about we put the water in there first? That would be awesome. Alright, now like a brainchild, I've got the water in there actually. So, pour that in there. And we'll give this a stir. Definitely a different color. Okay, for another orange drink. This one only calls for 4 DL or 400 ml of water. And we'll give this a stir. Okay, now after that ungodly amount of drinks, and I know you're saying, what about the hot chocolate? Just hold on, hold on. We will get to the hot chocolate, I promise. All right, let's look at some mains. Now, I took the liberty, seeing how I had 2 of these liver pastes or liver pates. I know growing up as a kid, and this is probably why I don't really like liver, occasionally we would have liver and onions, and it was always served hot, as it should. So I heated up one of these to see if it would be any better than standard room temperature. So here is one at room temperature. It doesn't smell like the other types of livers have smelled like. So that is definitely a plus. And like I said, it came with some of these Wassa type crackers. So I've got 5 of those to help sop up. And let's grab our mains. I almost forgot. I ran upstairs real quick and washed my official Swedish military utensils. Now this is a 24-hour ration, so of course the pate is for lunch and one of the mains is for breakfast or dinner. So you can pretty much choose whatever you want, however you wanted it. So it's up to you. So we'll start off with the prairie stew. And they did issue these guys also with like a P51 type can opener. It kind of looks like this. And he sent one with me, or with this ration, but I have no idea what I did with it. So right here is 400 grams of prairie stew. That is a lot of stew. It looks like we got some peppers, some corn, chunks of meat. It looks like a little bit of potato. So that will be quite lovely. And then we've got the spaghetti. Now the spaghetti, I'm thinking this is like, I don't know, spaghetti and meat sauce, or, oh, that's kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting to see that right on the top. So, maybe that is part of the sauce. Maybe it needs to be drained. I don't know. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give this a little mix real quick before we have a little swimming pool down here. And this is 400 grams of spaghetti, but it doesn't really look like spaghetti. So everybody has their own take on things. And there's still a bunch more in there, but I just don't need this all overflowing everywhere. And you're like, wait, what happened to the heated pate? Well, it's right here. And it is nice and toasty. In fact, the can is pretty bloody hot. And you can definitely see the difference between room temperature and heated outside of the can, burning my fingers. All right, let's grab all these drinks. I noticed this drink right here all of the powder is pooling at the bottom, so that should be interesting. So get all these guys all around. Grab my tea, coffees. So, okay, let's, well, seeing how we've already got the spoon dipped in here. Looks like there's a little bit of carrot in here, and I can't really read Swedish. So this is the spaghetti stuff. Outside of looking incredibly odd, it has a really pleasant, sweet taste. It's not acidic. It's not like really tomatoey. I really believe these are carrots. You can taste that. It really comes through in this ration. The noodles, or whatever they're using for noodles, are very, very soft. It's almost like the consistency of like mashed potatoes. It's just really smooth, creamy. That is actually really good. I really enjoyed that. So let me clean this off, and we'll try the prairie stew. Take a little. Actually, looks like there's some mushroom in here too. So, well, I forgot to mention that there is meat in here, and it's like minced. Just about every little bite you take, it's all intermingled all throughout that bite, so you constantly get that little taste of meat in whatever you're eating. So, here's the prairie stew. Now, the meat pieces in this one are quite a bit larger. Well, it's not minced. I mean, you can actually see the meat pieces. But the corn really carries through, and you can taste the pepper. But I would say out of both of these, I really kind of like this spaghetti dish. That is pretty tasty. All right. Now the part I'm kind of not looking forward to, but we'll cleanse our palate with that glucose lemon drink. And it's not very overpowering. It just has a slight hint of flavor. So this is more for getting sugars back into your body than quenching your thirst, as it were. So, all right, we'll do the room temperature liver first. And like most of these pâtés, it's really creamy, it's really soft. It just comes right out of the can, nice and smooth. We'll spread some on our cracker. And we'll give that a try. It's really smooth. It doesn't really have that overpowering liver taste that you would get like in that EPA or in that Russian IRP. It's really smooth, and I don't know, they must like put some stock in there or something, because it just doesn't kick you in the face and say, hello, I'm liver and you're going to suffer. So now the heated version, and we'll just use the same one, so we can definitely have a good comparison. So you can tell the difference of both types. They're both, I mean, it's liver. It is a little mealy. It gets a little grainy at the end, but the worm is actually, well, how about we flip them? The worm is actually nice. I've never tried doing that before, and some people are going to go, what are you doing? But it actually kind of works. So instead of knocking it, try it. Who knows? You might like it. Okay, on to the first orange beverage. Oh, that is incredibly strong. That is an orange in your face kind of drink. I don't know if if 650 milliliters is enough. That might need like 8 or 900 mil. But the flavor is there, and it's probably really good with a vitamin C. And the other thing that said it was an orange drink, even though it really doesn't have that smell to it. Not too bad. It does have a nice kind of, I know this also has some like lemon in it as well, so I think more of the lemon is coming out of that drink. And this is the Nescafe, I believe. Yep. They don't really use a whole lot of sugar in their coffee. They drink it nice and black. It's the way they like it. And that's the old school stuff. That's not bitter at all. In fact, that's kind of a mild cup of coffee. So I kind of like this the first cup, the one that came out of that silver foil pack. And then the tea. Let me remove the tea bag real quick. And we'll give that a try. Yep, pretty tasty. Alright, now I know I have a chocolate bar around here somewhere that I'm supposed to show. Even though it doesn't come with this particular ration, it's supposed to be identical to what you would have got in this 2002 ration. So let me dig that up real quick. I'm glad I looked for this thing because I forgot about these. I forgot about these cream fruit sweets or snacks or whatever they are. So let's look into the Frutella and see what we got. Now I've had similar sweets like this when I was younger, growing up. Give that a try right now. Looks pretty good. Yep, I like that. Yeah, you get that initial strawberry light hint. I mean, it's not overpowering, and then that cream part comes through. It's really, really nice. So then this poor chocolate bar, it's been pretty abused, but it's from 2004, so just 2 years over the date that this is supposed to be. And it's 100 grams of chocolate. You can see these great big huge squares of dark chocolate. Oh, and it's just got that heavenly dark chocolate cocoa type smell. So we'll give that one a try. Oh, and it's got that good bite, that good crack. This is chocolate that you can tell has been in a Nordic country because the oils have not risen to the surface and made it change colors. So, dude, that was good. That's good stuff. Okay, when I was unpacking this thing, I looked on the bottom of the hot chocolate and see it was Denmark. So, I know the Denmark and the Netherlands hot chocolate was awesome. So, I figured I would save it as a treat for the end. And that needs 250 ml of hot water. We'll give this a stir. Okay, so this was a review of a 2002 Swedish field ration. Thanks for watching, everybody. Oh man, that's good stuff. Bye.